Hello and welcome back to another OTC review video. This time we are taking a look at the Severn Moto 6.8 metre sail. This is all new in the Severn's range for this year. In part one, we take a look at the Severn's brand claim, what the sail does, where it's come from. And in this video, me and Ross are going to take you through what our review of the sail was, what we thought, and how we got on with it. Yep. So what were your first impressions, Ross?
Severn creating this Moto sail, and first impressions when I looked at it, I was like, they're putting both their cams below the boom, yep. Which is, I was like, oh, that's a little bit strange. But once I saw the sail rigged with some downhaul tension on, it actually made the sail look really, really nice. It had a nice bit of belly in shape below the boom, quite nice and solid, and actually made a flatter entry above the boom, which actually felt really nice, yeah. And light in the hands. So after my skeptical remark, I actually found it really nice.
Cool. And conditions wise, we're obviously at Portland Harbour. We had about 25 knots of wind, southwesterly, flat water, a little bit of chop here and there, but generally very flat and sort of good testing conditions, I would say. So sort of when we're on the water, we were able to compare it against another sail, another 6.7 sort of free race multi-cam sail. And sort of the thing that struck me the most was that this one had a lot more top end sort of control and stability. Yep. That was sort of the main thing that stood out to me, and it just felt light and crisp in the hands. Yeah,
I think having sailed a few Severns, wave sails, as well as free ride and race sails, like it always has that, when you step on a Severn, it has that Severny feel, which is always a little bit lighter in the hand pressure and feeling very locked and solid. Personally, I really liked it compared to the other brand sail that we used to test it against. I found like it's a little bit more of a higher aspect sail, so the boom feels smaller, which is really nice. And a lot of the power and speed comes from above the boom, which is also really nice. So it felt very similar to having a fully cam sail, but obviously just having the cams below the boom gave it nice rotation and was really quick.
Again, it just carries along that sort of lightweight feel in the hands. It's very easy to sort of manipulate the sail, push it around in the jibe and focus on.
Yeah, you can throw the sail around. It felt very easy to kind of, because you've got less power in your hands, to be able to kind of put it where you want to, use it to your advantage to cut and push the board in through your jibe. Tacking as well felt very light. You know, yeah. Even carrying it down the beach, you automatically pick up the sail. The first thing you feel is it feels like a really nice, light, stable sail, yeah. And that transitions onto the water as well, which is really nice. All points of sailing felt really nice and balanced. Could definitely point with it. Wasn't a trouble to staying upwind and going off wind as well. Also, could really get rapid, yeah. As well. It felt really quick.
Yeah, it was. It's just an easy to use sail, but it had that sort of top end that you kind of sometimes are searching for in sails. So I think, to be honest with you, it is a really good sail. We did have one session on it when it was a little bit lighter, and maybe it didn't have as much sort of grunt and low ends compared to other sails, but to be honest with you, you'd almost sort of rig a little bit bigger, and I think you'd be okay. It's one of those sails that you can...
Yeah, it's one of those things that you would adjust to, I think, exactly, over time. So whereas like some people maybe were using a smaller sail, you'll be kind of still on this one, exactly, and feeling really comfortable.
That's the beauty of it. Cool, so we've taken an overall look. Obviously, the Moto was new this year for Severn. It replaces our Overdrive, which was their free race sail, and the Turbo, so it all sort of forms into one, and it's a sort of a direct sort of combination of the two, which is quite nice. I think there's a lot of guys that would find it quite hard to choose between the two sails, and this one kind of sort of suits it now. It's got that sort of free race aspect to it. You can still cruise around on it. It's easy in the jibes. You can even chuck it around, do some duck jibes if you like, because the weight is nice and light, and it's never sort of pulling from left or right, so it's quite nice actually for learning the jibe as well. I found the rotation was really quick. Yeah. To be honest with you, I was actually really impressed, and I think for a lot of guys, especially when you're looking just sort of blasting with your mates, or even maybe going down the speed course if you want to, it's going to sort of suit. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can sort of give us some ideas if you have other stuff you want reviewed and checked out, and let us know in the comments.